Here's the Academia's Distinguished Scholar Award. This is the Sumeru Puzzlers League Lifetime Achievement Award. And there's something from the Synopsium on Ruin Mechanisms. What do you think? Got any interest in becoming my student? Just as a note, I am from the Haravatat Darshan. You'll get lost if you try to find me in the halls of Ksharawar. 100 years have passed, yet there hasn't been any change to those dumb rules at the Academia. What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam Faruzan, and I'll see if I can pick that up. Academic research isn't some kind of fad. Topics don't just go in and out of fashion. I haven't been a child for many, many years, so I don't see any reason to be excited about the rain. Whoa! What? There's nothing wrong with being afraid of thunder, even at an older age. How beautiful. How awe-inspiring. Achoo! Yes, and very cold-inducing as well. How cozy. A breezy, open environment really is the best. Hey, how did we circle back here again? Youngster, there's nothing quite like an enthusiastic greeting to start your morning. Try to remember now. What are you supposed to say? I'm starting to get hungry. How about we go get something from the Grand Bazaar? Anything goes as long as it's not overly innovative. Don't act so surprised. Scholars of every generation pull all-nighters for their research. After all, the night offers a precious opportunity to contemplate ideas and topics in peace. This ancient text is making my head spin. Let's call it a night here and get some rest. I'll be heading to bed as well, so good night. What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms? The base layer design of elemental monuments? Wait, did you forget to call me Madam Faruzan just now when you asked your question? Serious question. Why don't you become my student? I'll tailor research topics to your needs and thoroughly explain everything you need to know. We can focus on practical ways to unlock modern-age puzzle mechanisms and build on that with some work on the deciphering of associated texts. I've walked the walk, so I can promise you that everything you'd learn would be a great boon for your future adventures. There's no reason not to trust me. Going forward, Ksharawar will be the only darshan dedicated to the study of mechanisms. If you ask me, the Ksharawar scholars have gotten way ahead of themselves. When I was cracking puzzles all over Sumeru, they were still playing with rudimentary building blocks. Those geezers at Haravatat love to decline my funding requests with the excuse that my research is becoming too niche and impractical. By that logic, since we're still the darshan with the lowest enrollment numbers, we might as well close our doors altogether. I've visited numerous ruins of all shapes and sizes and interpreted what scant texts and symbols I could find. Ruined drakes are indeed mechanisms of the highest order. Well, perhaps mechanism isn't the best word for them. You could argue that they're antiquated living organisms that have managed to survive until the present day. Interested in my story? Well, Madame Faruzan's life started more than 100 years ago, and her story covers as much ground as some major academic publications. Still curious? Good. Willingness to learn is an indispensable trait for scholars. You've got one foot in the door. Some greedy merchants and mercenaries tried to hawk antiques of unknown origin in Port Ormos at exorbitant prices, but their goods are nothing more than second-hand trash. I bust their scams whenever I catch sight of one. My skill in antiques appraisal is probably second only to the gods of the seven. 100 years ago, my greatest source of frustration was my inability to decipher the information engraved on ruined monuments. Now nothing irritates me more than the struggle to get funding. Ugh, it's making my head hurt again. You can improve the aroma of batter several times over if you bake it in the oven. Next time we're in the kitchen, I'll make some for you so you can get a taste of the flavors from my time. Since it'll be my super secret ancient recipe, I bet you won't find anything like it in the whole Grand Bazaar. There's a new dessert that they call Patisara pudding. Who decided to create it? Shouldn't puddings be made with rice? These culinary innovations are really getting out of hand. Ugh. Thank you, but there's really no need to share it with me, even if you made it yourself. This is tastier than the food at the most historic establishments. Could it be that the culinary arts haven't stopped improving? The appearance, smell, and taste of this dish are all excellent. Do you read a lot of professional cooking books? This indescribable taste. Ugh, are you trying to get me to figure out what this is?